and welcome back to another video on my channel. How are we doing today? Today I thought I would talk through with you my December monthly favourites, seeing as I haven't done that yet. So, let's go! So my favourite YouTube videos that I uploaded in December were actually everything. I uploaded a video every single day in December, and it's the first time I've been able to do that. I actually fell in love with the concept of doing that via watching Zoella's 24 Days of Zoella, which is her Christmas content, which was every day up till Christmas Eve. She did specifically Christmas content. So I did that, and I fell in love with that idea about 3 years ago, and since seeing that, I fell in love with the idea and really wanted to do it. And as I said, I've wanted to do it for the past 3 years. There is a more in-depth video about this in the description. Actually, I'll just link the entire playlist if you are interested in watching anything I did. But I wanted to do it for 3 years, and I haven't because of other issues I've been having personally. So this year was the first year I've been able to do it, and I was so happy. It's stupid how happy it made me feel to actually be able to complete that goal after 3 years of putting it off. So I did Christmas content up to the 25th, because I also did a Christmas Day message, which I don't expect many people saw because I didn't want people to watch something, but I felt I wanted to say Happy Christmas to everyone. Then I did what I did on Christmas Day on the 26th, a doctor's visit part 4, a physio every day, physiotherapy exercises I do every day, physiotherapy exercises I do every other day. Then I did I think I'm missing one, but I also did a Happy New Year's Day message because I wanted to upload something, and I think that it was nice to actually just spread that message and wish everyone Happy New Year or Happy New Year's Day or whatever they were doing that day. So I did all of that, and it was absolutely amazing. I loved everything that I uploaded, and a lot of that stuff can be repeated next year, which is actually really, really fun. And I enjoyed it so much that I do actually plan on doing it again this year, but I just want to get ahead with it. But I'm really sorry, I'm waffling. I just really enjoyed everything of doing the filming, the editing, the uploading, writing everything about it, coming up with the ideas. I just loved everything that I uploaded in December, and I will leave a link in the description to the playlist for everything I did for Christmas, and then I will leave the odd links for the videos that I did after that which aren't in that playlist. So my favourite outfit for December was actually an outfit that I got given on Christmas Day. My mum always does me an outfit every Christmas for Christmas Day that I wear on Christmas Day, and she bought me this, and it was actually really not what I was expecting, because my mum usually gets me leggings and a top and some thermal stuff because I'm always cold, but she bought me this onesie, and I think it's a fox or a cat or something. I actually can't tell what it is, but it is so soft and comfy. It's from Next, and I wore it, and to be honest with you, I was doing all the cooking on Christmas Day, or at least the majority of it, and I was too hot in this, and that is not a sentence that comes out of my mouth lightly, okay? I get freezing in like an oven, okay? I can't handle the cold. So this is amazing, especially on the days where I feel really, really cold. I just like to snuggle up with this, and to be honest with you, even if I'm not wearing it, it's just nice to cuddle. It's so soft, and I absolutely love it. I just want to say a quick thank you to my mum for getting this for me, because this is absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to be wearing this, or practically living in this for the rest of winter. So my favourite beauty product for December is actually this, and it's a VO5 texturizing sea salt spray. As you can see, my hair has gone a bit different to what you guys will have seen last year. I got my hair done for the Christmas period. The blue has come out quite a bit, so I need to redo that, but I did a little change up for this year, and I'm really, really happy with it. And I really enjoy putting this in my hair because it kind of gives it like a bedhead look, and to be honest with you, that's kind of what I do anyway. I don't brush my hair because I don't go out, but that's our little secret, to keep that quiet. But if I'm going out and want to keep that look, this is what I get. My cousin did put, when I had my hair done and she did it, she put a curling foam in it as well, but to be honest with you, I haven't actually got any, so I haven't been able to try that just on its own. I had the curlifying stuff and this in it, and I put this in on its own on Christmas Day, and I just loved the way my hair looked, so I cannot wait to try this even more this year, and actually probably get a little bit more because it's only up to there now, so I will be using this quite a lot, and I cannot wait to see what else I can try with my hair this year. So the favourite bakes that I did in December, and there were quite a lot, but the favourite bakes, the absolute favourite bakes, because there are two actually, because they kind of coincide. I saw a thing on Pinterest of I think it was Pinterest, or I may have made it up. probably made it up, where it was a no-bake cookie ball thingy, and I thought that that was a really nice idea and different idea. I hadn't seen anything like it, so I wanted to make them for Santa for Christmas Eve. So I was kind of figuring out how to do it, and I did actually originally want to do 2 different flavours. I wanted to do a mince pie flavour because most, or at least I put out I put out mince pies for Santa on Christmas Eve. So I wanted to do a mince pie flavour cookie and then turn that into a no bake cookie ball. And then I also wanted to do carrot cake because obviously for the reindeer. So it became quite difficult in the end, so I actually just ended up doing the mince pie, but that was really great as well because I had to make a Christmas mince meat cookie, and I made a shortbread version, and it was so delicious. It had such the subtleness of a flavour of mince pie, so it wasn't all encompassing and in your face. And I was worried with the amount of buttercream that I would be adding to make the no bake cookie balls that it would really null out the flavour because the mince pie flavour was so slight but delicious, and it didn't, and it all worked, and I loved it. It was delicious. If you want a sugar high, that is definitely what you should eat, because my goodness, I was bouncing off blooming walls after making that stuff. But that was a lot of the stuff that I did in that month I had already done previously for my blog that I'm now no longer doing. So a lot of the ideas had copied over and I knew they worked, but this was something that I didn't know if it was going to work, and I had to work for, which is really, really a really good feeling when you work for something and it works. I don't think there's many things that beat it. So those were my favourite bakes for December, and I'm really excited to try and mess with those in the future and try totally different things with the same format and just, give other things a go because they were so delicious, and I'm so happy that I made them. So my favourite songs for Christmas were obviously completely Christmas songs. I love Christmas songs. I did an entire video about my favourite Christmas songs, and I listened to Christmas songs actually from about the 31st of October, from Halloween. The day after Halloween, I'm on Christmas songs. I'm on it. I love them. I listen to Michael Bublé. I listen to the 100 Greatest. I just love Christmas songs. But the other thing I discovered, and I actually had discovered before but actually not become completely obsessed with, which now I am, is Hamilton. This is amazing. I had heard of it and I had heard little songs from it, but I'd never actually dedicated the time to listening to it. And doing a lot of admin work and typing and listening and editing allowed me to listen to this, and it's incredible. I love it. I don't know how I didn't fall on this earlier, because musicals are like my thing. I love musicals more than actual music in terms of chart toppers and things like that. So how I didn't just gravitate toward this, I don't fully understand. But my favourite from these is Satisfied, which I actually sang it before I started filming this. What's the other one? Helpless, Burn, My Shot, and actually just the opening number of Alexander Hamilton. I love it. It is so interesting and new, and I'd never ever heard anything like that before, and I cannot wait to listen to this. And actually, after I've properly learned and listened to this, actually run the CDs dry, I'm then going to move on to In the Heights, which is the other Lin-Manuel Miranda musical, and I hadn't really heard of that either. And now that I've fallen in love with this and I know Lin-Manuel Miranda, I really can't say his name, I should just shortened it to Lin. Because Lin wrote this, I know Lin also wrote, as far as I know, although I haven't done that much research, he wrote In the Heights as well, and I've just got to learn it. I love this man, he's incredibly clever, and I just want to say thank you for creating this. This is filling up so much of my music time now. I cannot believe how great this is. If you haven't listened to it, please do. It is so interesting, innovative, different, and it's unlike anything I've ever heard before. I love it. So my favourite DVDs from December are actually quite a few things. I've got The Amazing Mr. Blunden, which I haven't yet watched, but me and my mum, I am obsessed with films. Absolutely love them. You can see, I have them in here. I have loads and loads and loads of films and TV shows on DVD. I love films. They're my passion. They're my vice, so to speak. And I just, there are so many that hit me at a certain point. Like, for example, Split. That is one of the most amazing films I've ever seen in my life, and I will purely watch it just for one scene where James McAvoy merges from one of his 21 personalities into another. So there are many films that hit me at a certain point and to my core, and I will watch them purely for those scenes. And I don't know if I'm alone in this. I think Tom Cruise does it, but I just, films are so impactful for me personally. Actually, it's the same with Hamilton. That was so impactful to me as well. It's just really, really interesting how things hit you sometimes. But anyway, I got The Amazing Mr. Blunden, which is a very old film. Well, very old, that's quite harsh. It's an older film, and it really hit my mum really specially, and I've never seen it. I haven't yet seen it, but it was just really nice to know that I'm not the only one that films hit really hard with, and that affected her from quite a young age in a good way. So I cannot wait to sit and watch that with her, or just watch it and see how amazing it is, because my mum is an amazing person, and if it hit her, I really, really hope it hits me in the same way. And the other DVD that goes along with that is this, The Wire. My mum got this for me for Christmas because it was, I think, and do not slate me if I'm wrong, I listen to interviews, but sometimes they just go in one ear and out the other. And I thought that this was Idris Elba's first, like, big break in a film, TV show in this case. And I'd only ever seen him in Luther and Marvel, and I've seen him in The Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw, but I'd never seen kind of where he came from, and he was a bit of an obsession with me last year. I watched Luther and watched all of them in one big hit, so it was really nice to watch this, and I have started watching this to see how kind of him playing the bad guy and the villain side of it. I hadn't seen anything like that before, so I'm really excited to watch this and honestly just see, you know, because I also know that this is like marked as one of the best what does it say on here, the best show in the history of television. That is a huge statement, so I cannot wait to see this and actually see what all the fuss is about, because again, it will just be a really interesting learning curve, and I'll stop waffling. I'm just really excited to watch it. So then the final thing in terms of DVDs and that, and this isn't actually a DVD, this is just YouTube videos, is actually, as I say, I watch interviews. I find them far more interesting than a lot of other things I watch. And I like watching Inside the Actors Studio episodes. I like watching Actors Roundtable. I think it's a magazine that does that, the Hollywood Reporter or something. I love listening to them because they're something that I can listen to and just really, I just find it incredibly interesting how actors and directors and producers and all side film works. And I've actually been watching something, and it's BBC One's Ali Plum's interviews with celebrities and more movies, and he does a special thing where it's movies that made me, and I find them really, really interesting because he has a different sort of interview technique, so it's not just hard and graft personal. I also like Graham Norton in that respect as well, because it's not about personal life and things like that. It's actually just about the movies and the films and how a certain person plays a certain role, and to me they're so interesting, and they're actually really, really funny as well, and it's not fake funny, it actually is really funny. So I will leave a link in the description to the playlist that I've been obsessed with and watched the majority of. If you are interested in watching them, if you like interviews at all, I highly recommend this guy. I think he's awesome. So on to the final thing now. My favourite moments in December were actually two different things. The first one was having Christmas at home. I am gluten-free, which means I can't have wheat, oats, barley and rye grains, and I also am lactose intolerant, so that knocks out dairy, and I also can't have yeast, which knocks out yeast. So my eating capabilities in terms of going out are very, very limited, and I'm very lucky if I can find something on a menu that I can eat. So over the Christmas period, in terms of booking, I'm very sorry, I've got a bit of a blocked nose, guys, forgive me, in terms of booking a Christmas meal out, because my uncle, who I care for, really likes going out to eat for Christmas, because, you know, that's normal, is what people do, but I find it really, really hard. So this year we actually had Christmas at my grandmother's. Me, my uncle, my mum and my dad all came to my grandmother's. My grandmother actually went off with her daughter and had a great time, as far as I hear, which is excellent. But I actually made the Christmas dinner, and we watched films, and we just had a nice chilled Christmas. And I haven't had one of them in a while because my dad lives quite far away and he likes to drink, so that would mean me and my mum driving back and forth, taking him home, bringing him back, taking him home again, and it would spend, I mean, he lives half an hour away, so that's an hour and a half minimum taking him home and getting him here. So it was nice not to have to do that and to actually just basically have an entire Christmas at home. It was lovely and I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to see if we can top it next year, because this is probably one of the best Christmases I've had in about 3-4 years. Not that the others weren't great, but this kind of topped it for me, so I want to see if we can improve it next year. And I just want to say a huge thank you to my uncle, my mum and my dad for making this Christmas Christmas 2019 so extra special for me. Thank you guys, I love you with all my heart. The other favourite moment, and this is going to be really daft and really stupid, and you guys are going to think that I'm really, really stupid, but I don't care, okay? I just hear me out, okay? So a long time ago, I think it was when my previous dog passed away, which is about 3 years ago now, I went to Hamleys with my aunt and her 3 children. And I went there, and How to Train Your Dragon was the biggest thing out there, and they did a Toothless Build-A-Bear, which is where you stuff the bear yourself and you take it home, and I fell in love with it. Actually, no, my mum may have been there, so it may have been a different time. Anyway, so I saw that and I absolutely fell in love with it, and I've been trying on and off, you know, I haven't been solidly looking. I've been trying to find a Toothless toy that I can get and bring home and just have, without having to go through all the thing of building my own Toothless. I just wanted a Toothless toy. And I got a present on Christmas Day, and from all of this build up you can probably guess what it is, but it's this guy. My mum got me a Toothless, and I'm not going to lie to you, I honestly cried when this guy showed up. I filled up with tears, there were tears streaming, and I'm actually welling up as I'm talking to you. I just love him, and I'm not even the biggest fan in the world of the films. I love the films, but there are people who will love it far more than I do. And I opened him and I genuinely cried. It was so daft and silly, but that's just me, and I'm so happy that I've now got him. As you can see, I've got a bit of collection of toys. I've got Woody, I've got my Shep, I've actually got 2 Baymaxes, a unicorn, a toy Victoria, a dinosaur, a Paddington bear. I've also got a Cat in the Hat and a Grinch that I got for Christmas, and I'm going to, in the new house, because me and my grandmother and my mum and my uncle, are moving house this year. I cannot wait to just get all my toys out and put them everywhere, and I was just so incredibly happy to open this little guy up, and I'm actually tearing up as I'm talking to you, but I absolutely love him. I absolutely love it. Thank you, Mum, so much for getting him for me. I am so happy, and he's also not that big, so he could go on a shelf or something. Oh, I'm just so incredibly happy. So guys, I really noticed that I'm very much a waffler now. I'm really sorry about that, but that is literally who I am. I just waffle through everything and I hardly make any sense. So if you got through this video, I'm very proud of you. So that is it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description, as I love them all. I wouldn't put them there if I didn't, including the links to as many of the things I spoke about today. Let me know in the comments what your favourite things were over the December period of 2019, as they could be my next month's favourite. And finally, don't forget to like, leave a nice comment and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye!